So this question is a diagram question. Although the diagrams are in the answer choices, anytime you see a question set up like this, you're going to really rely heavily on your understanding of the diagrams, the graphs, as in the answer choices. The question here starts off by telling us that f of x is equal to k minus x over 1 plus x. It goes on to say, in the given function f, k is a positive constant. Okay, so k is some constant value. Which of the following could be the graph of f in the xy plane? Okay, so k is a positive constant. I'm going to make it up. Okay, I'm going to just say k is equal to 2. So that would mean that I'd have f of x equals 2 minus x over 1 plus x. Okay, nothing wrong with doing this, even if, I highly doubt k is actually equal to 2. But what it does is it helps me just have a concrete sense of what a graph should look like if k is a positive constant. So if I were to graph this, what are some features that would stand out to me? A feature that would stand out to me, because this is a rational function, is that x cannot equal -1. We should be familiar with this. -1 would cause the denominator to be 0, which is a problem. So our graph can't exist at x equals -1. Choice B looks like it does exist, like our graph does exist at x equals -1, right? We have a curve over here in the -1 area. And choice D also has a curve here in the -1 area. So choice D cannot be correct. And that's simply by understanding that x cannot equal -1, right? So we're already down to a 50-50 now. Next is, I'm going to use a strategy that I loved to use in school for questions like this, which is just, I'm going to plug in. So in essence, I'm using this strategy, plug in your own number. I'm about to use it multiple times here. So I used it here for my k value. I was told k is a positive constant, so I just made up k equals 2. And now I'm going to use it here and say x is, I don't know, let's say 1,000. 1,000 is not a huge number, but I like to think bigger than, I like to kind of think about what's happening as x gets larger, basically. What should the behavior of my graph be? Should it be, looks like choice A is saying, my y value should be negative as x gets larger in the positive direction. And choice C is saying that my y value should be positive, right, above the x-axis as x gets larger in the x direction. So when I plug in x equals 1,000 into this function, I should get a sense of, well, is it going to be positive or is it going to be negative? So let's try that out. So f of 1,000 is 2 minus 1,000 over 1 plus 1,000. And that is going to give me a negative number in the numerator, and it's going to give me a positive number in the denominator, which means overall I should be negative, right? My graph should be negative, and that's how I know that choice A is the better answer here.